Hi guys, today I am going to unpack my Temu haul and I'm going to show you how to create these cards from the stuff that I've bought in this Temu haul. Hope you enjoy the video. Hi everyone, it is Mickey here from A Pretty Talent and the Water Well Ministries, and I'm back with another Temu haul, but I'm going to do this one slightly differently from the previous one. And I'm going to show you why. Well, let me first show you what it is that we're going to be working with. But the idea with this one is not just to simply unpack. Actually, as I've already unpacked. And this time I want to show you a little bit on how I start projects. I might not be able to finish them, but I'm going to show you the start of them. So this is a pathway with a rail or a bridge. You can make it either or, but this one I want to use. It's a die, of course. Here's a sewing die. And I think what I want to do with this one is to use it in conjunction with this one that I've bought. Now this one I've actually already taken apart a bit. It comes with these bits as well, bits and pieces. And what I do is I take my small pliers and I just take them off. Let me show you on this one, because this one I'm going to be taking apart in any case. So this is another word die. And I don't know if you know this, but on Temu there are different shops, and Alina Cuttle is one of my favorite shops for dies. So what I will do with this is I want to use happy and birthday, and all I'll do is simply to take them off like this, and I won't do all of that on screen. And then I just take these little pieces with my tongs. I just sort of, oh come on, just need to get a hold on it, and I take those off, and then I can use these. Now the truth is this inside must also come out, the word on the inside. So if I use the tongs for that especially, it would be better. There we go. We just pop it out. Now this is going to be the backing of the word, and this is the word itself. In this case the pieces really are too small to bother me, but in essence that's how you take the dies apart to make them more useful. I'm going to put it aside for the moment. I'll get back to that just now. Now what I've done is I've taken a full 12 by 12 sheet of paper that has this denim print on it, and I want to cut this from this paper. I've cut it to size already, but I should also show you this. So the paper had these borders on the sides. Obviously you can now see what it was like. And I simply took a ruler and I tore them off because I don't always like the cut edges. And these I'm going to use in my projects as well. That's why I have recovered those, so I don't lose those ends. I find them very interesting and I want to use them. So this will be cut from the denim or the denim print. And this I'm going to cut from another paper that will give me more of a metallic look. So that's why I took these apart, so I can cut those separately. Now along with that denim paper, let me just stretch. I also had this one which I started to cut apart. Again, I've torn off a strip over here, and I want to use the words. I want to cut the words from that. So that's why I've torn that strip off. I'll obviously cut it smaller still. But then you'll see that I've also cut a square out. Now I don't bother to work too neatly there, but I want to come in with this one. Now this is another one that I've just bought in this Temu haul. Now these are 3 little elephants, and you can see the way they are peeking out here, but I want to cut all 3 of these from this paper, and then when I have cut the denim, I want these to just sort of peek out of the pocket, and all of them will do a grand job of peeking out of a pocket. So that's the idea of where I'm going with that. I will finish that one a little bit further before I continue. But I also think that I want to use some of that denim print with this sewing collection. Right, so what else have I bought? I have bought this lovely book, an open book. This one I'll use in the Bible journaling. I've also bought this one, which has a candle with wax drippings. Now, I assume this one you can layer, and I'm going to play it around a bit with layering that one, but I'll show you what I do with that. Now, my nephew is a drummer in his his church band, and also for the school band. And I've not managed to find a set of drums. I've got all sorts of musical instruments, but I've not found a set of drums, and this one is absolutely gorgeous. Now, you can see, I doubt that I will be taking these apart. I could, but I doubt that I will, because I'll be using this as a set. But once you've cut them, they will come apart in any case, and then you can just turn these different drums and assemble it more properly than it's assembled here. Okay. Then I also have this. Now, these are a couple of similar ideas. So this is now with Easter coming up and all sorts of Easter things that we're making and whatever. So I thought these hands with the light shining from behind them, illuminating them, I love the idea of these. So going to enjoy doing those. I got a couple more because I have quite a selection of crosses, but doing Bible journaling, you can sort of never have enough crosses. There's always room for something new, something different. And so here's a lovely set of crosses, different sizes, shapes, and so on. This one, I couldn't wait to receive this one. I love this one. It says Jesus saves. Now you have to turn it this way around to be able to read it. Jesus saves. And then it has the 3 crosses making up the top of the cross. Absolutely love the idea of working with this one. Can't wait to use it. And then this is really more Christmas themed. If you want, in Bible journaling, you're not restricted to Christmas. The story of the birth of Jesus, the wise men coming to Bethlehem, the star, holy night. Here are the shepherds with the sheep. 2 figures with a baby in a crib, so Joseph and Mary, the wise men on the camels. There are so many elements here that I'd probably be able to use this in more than one of my journaling Bibles. Love this one. And I don't know if you know this, but Luke has the most detail on the story of the birth of Jesus. So lovely, lovely stencil to be using in Luke specifically, but of course also the other Gospels. Now, here we have a set of donkeys, and I don't really know which way to turn them. So you've got this sitting donkey, you've got a walking donkey, you've got another sitting donkey, but with an open mouth. Here you got this one that looks like he's lying on his back. You've got little hearts, you've got flowers, like this one has his nose stretched out, trying to smell the flowers. You've got a balloon heart over here. You have something, I'm not sure what this is. I think when it cuts out, I'll be able to tell more clearly what that is. There are all sorts of interesting elements here. Here you've got a bucket. This is probably the string for the balloon. I think those are suds, soap suds, so that if you, now I know what that is. If the donkey takes it, those are hearts. These, I think, are soap suds, sorry, so that if the donkey, my goodness, let me try that again. Soap suds, so that if the donkey takes a bath, you can have some soap suds around it. Now that I have this like this, I can see this is a heart-shaped chocolate box with a bow on it. So lovely elements in this one. This is going to be so fun. Probably more for card making. But don't throw it away for Bible journaling, because there are loads of references to donkeys in the Bible, and this might just be what one looks for, or is looking for. On that same topic of farm animals, I have this one, which is really difficult to make out if you don't know what you've bought. Now I know what I've bought, so I can tell you that these are, what was it? It was a cow, a pig, and what was on top of the pig? There was another animal on top of the pig. I think it was a chicken. I believe it was a chicken. So let's see if we can see a chicken face here somewhere. I'm going to have to compare. Well, there are chicken feet. So all on top of each other. You don't have to pile them on top of each other, but they look really cute when you do. But you can certainly use them separate as well. Now, why do they come in millions of pieces like this? So that you can literally take it apart and cut each piece from a different color cardstock. That's why they look like this. But this one, I'll be sure to cut this and assemble it and show you what it looks like when I'm done with it. I have this set of hearts, and these are those little heart sweeties that we all know. XOXO, love you, hot stuff, true love, love, you and me, or me and you, rock, and what's this one? Be mine. They're little sentiments on the heart. So these are going to be lovely to cut out and just use wherever. How about in Bible journaling? And this wasn't really bought for Bible journaling, it was really bought for card making. But how about in Bible journaling, I use this one in Song of Songs. This could be interesting. Then I have, let me start with this one. These are just a collection of the cutest little birdies. And I love little birdies like this, because if you look at this one and that one, well, more of them, but they look like they're announcing something. They will go brilliantly in Matthew 6, where Jesus talks about, are we not worth more than the sparrows? No, these are not really sparrows. Well, I assume not. I don't really know birds. What is that, an ornithologist? Is that a bird? I don't know. Whatever. Let me stay clear of topics I know nothing about. But this one is certainly going to be a lot of fun. Yes. Then I have this one. Now, need I say more? There are so many references to eagles in the Bible. I can use it outside of the Bible, sure. But I certainly bought this to use it in the Bible. Lifting you high on eagle's wings. There are many references. I'm going to enjoy using that one as well. Then I have more than one set, and I'll show you this, on the Get Well theme. So Get Well Soon. Now, I don't only want to make Get Well cards. Actually, that's a secondary idea. It's not my first priority. I bought these because they will work brilliantly in Bible journaling when I deal with the sick and references to those who are ill, and even as God the healer. It's difficult to find symbols for things like this, but when you have dies like these, it's easy to journal those kinds of passages in pictures. I have this one, or I've bought this one. Now this is a gardening set. And to be honest, because I have a friend who is infatuated with gardening, so certainly I will be making her a card with this. But I love the idea of gardening. I'm rubbish at it. I honestly, everything I touch dies. I'm no good at it. And I said, yeah, well, let me just leave it at that. It's not my thing. I wish it was. I love the idea of gardening, but it's not my thing. And my dad is still at the ripe age of 80. He's in his garden. It's a small garden these days. He used to be a farmer, but he's still into planting and gardening and whatever. My mom is. There are so many people in my life who loves gardening. I can make the loveliest cards with these. But then even if you think about the Garden of Eden, you could use this in journaling there. I doubt it would work with the Garden of Gethsemane. That's a completely different kind of garden. But yes, any other references that I might not think of, you could use those as well. I have this one, which in South Africa we call this a braai. I know other places in the world you call this a barbecue or a barbie. I don't do that. This is a braai. It's a South African braai. And any references to food and preparing food in the Bible, you can use this one. But naturally, also great for making cards. I then have these. Let me gather them. I have told you about my infatuation with figures. These figures are all playing and dancing and walking and whatever in the rain. And I have a thing with rain. When I was brought home from the hospital, my mom tells the story, the farm had experienced a severe drought. And on the day that I was brought home from the hospital, the drought broke and it was raining. And it seems to me that ever since, if God wanted to show me that something I did carried his blessing, there would be rain falling. In season, out of season, on the driest of days, suddenly out of nowhere, there would be a downpour. And I would just know for a fact God's blessings was raining down on me. So for me personally, this is a personal faith story regarding rain. And I have these hands. And I thought these hands would be fantastic because there are so many references in the Bible to hands. Hands doing good, hands doing bad, hands, the hand of God. I'm not sure one of these would work for that. But certainly once I've cut them, it'll be a little bit clearer what I could do with these. But yes, the hands. And then this old couple. Aren't they lovely? They actually, you'll cut them apart, and obviously you'll cut them from different pieces and different kinds of paper and so forth. But they are sitting on this bench, just cuddling each other and under the lamp light, and it is, it's such an endearing picture. And with my level of maturity, shall we be kind to ourselves? We're maybe not there yet, but certainly my friends, my group of friends, myself, we're moving into the to the era of life where this is less representative of us and that is more representative of us. So we need to start preparing for that. Okay, so on that theme of rain, I think this one is rather obvious, isn't it? Just absolutely continuing that idea of the rain and the blessings in the rain and whatever. Okay, so I have to stretch for the next one. This is a set of nesting dies, hexagonal nesting dies, and I told you last time I bought that punch with the hexagon punch. It's a 2-inch punch. This one certainly will give me hexagons of different sizes, from tiny, I don't know what this is, it's probably about 1/2 inch. Yeah, that's about 1/2 inch. Oh, that's a centimeter. I'm on the wrong side of the ruler. Yeah, it's exactly 1/2 inch. Okay, so from 1/2 inch to 4 1/4 inches. Ooh, I am so not into this inches thing. 1/2 inch is easy to spot. But yes, that is certainly 4. That's the half mark, so that'll be 4 1/4 inches. And that's the sizes and everything in between, isn't it? How much do they increment with? The increment is 1/8 of an inch. 1/8? No, I'm lying. Because if that's 1/4, okay, that's half, that's 1/4. That's 1/8. They are, let me position it. Yeah, it is 1/8. I was right. I didn't need to second guess myself on that one. 1/8 of an inch. Okay. Now, they will go back in their little baggie because once I take them apart, obviously they can separate and whatever. I want to use those in conjunction, along with a punch, in conjunction with this. Now, this is honey, spelled all wrong. Hunny. Love the spelling. There's a little bee that you can build. There's the honey pot and little drips of honey that can be dripping off the pot. There's a label. And then some assembly of a lid with a little fabric cover for the lid. So this is a lovely addition to my existing collection of honey themed things. What have I left out? Oh, these. Now, honestly, there was also a gift included in these. I just dropped a little baggie. Let me just pick it up. There was a gift included in this parcel, and that's why I had to unpack it, and that gift is not due till August, but when I saw it, I knew I wanted to buy it for the little boy in my life, you know, that little nephew that I told you about. So this is a set of pet tape butterflies. So they are transparent, they're stickers, and you take them off their backing, stick them down, and there's no paper white frame or something to it. You can see through it. Let me show you, let me not tell you. Let me put it on this, and you will see that you'll be able to see right through these. Lovely, 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 lovely butterflies. How many are in here? I can't remember. I think, if I remember, it was 50. But I also like the size of these. Sometimes they're a bit small, but these are a lovely size. So they will work beautifully. I'm forever buying butterflies, but I'm forever using butterflies, and then I run out and I need to get butterflies again. So here goes. This is paper. Cardboard, actually. It's a thick paper. It's somewhere in between paper, 80 gram, and cardboard. Not quite thick enough to be called cardboard. There are three copies of the same design and 12 different designs. The size of these are in inches, 4 and a little bit more than 4¼ inches. In centimeters, 11 centimeters wide and 14 centimeters in height and 5½ inches in height. Right, now the designs, look at these, aren't they fantastic? Aren't they absolutely crazy beautiful? Now I bought them because I want to use them with the bees and the honeys and the whatever. I need to do something with all of those. Can't wait to do something with those. Okay, so just quickly rushing through these to show you the different designs. And yeah, I'm going to have a ball with these. So what's the idea with these? Let me show you. So let's say I were to cut something. Okay, now I'm not going to cut it from this. I'd cut it from another piece of paper, but then I could use this honey pot right here, use this as the backing for a card, create my little honey pot. There's my bee, everything beautiful, and just a little sentiment to say happy birthday or be sweet or whatever it is. Be mine, be my honey, with this honey here. I don't know, something like that. So that's the idea with these. Okay, then I also have, and this is the last item, and then I want to start showing you how I put these together. So I also have this set of papers, and I think there's only 10 of them. In 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 of them, but each of them with 2 pictures on it. So actually that makes it 20, because certainly I'm going to cut them apart, and this will be the backing for a card, and that will be the backing for a card that I'm making. And I want to use these in conjunction with my farm themed dies. Like, just imagine if I pop a little cow or a pig or something on here, or a horse. I don't have horses in this haul, but I have got dies with horses and things on it, and yeah, I could use those. So let me quickly show you the pictures here. I may also say that I've used this before in journaling, and I'm going to show you now how I do that. You could just fold these over and make journaling pages from them. I would probably use ink or something to cover this side. I don't like the stark white, especially not with the distressed look on this side. But you could do that. But here are the designs. Let me show you that first. And then I'll show you, I'll give you an idea on how to use these lovelies. I think it's now starting to repeat, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. No. Well, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, there seems to be a repeat. Let me see if I can figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are still different. That's another different one. These are same. These are same. These are same. There is and there is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 in total, and 2 of each design. If I put them together, it makes more sense. I'll know what's left and what not. Okay, that's the haul, if you'd like to call it that. Let me first show you what I did here. So it's not the farm themed papers that I'm referring to. Don't you love this? This is our latest Bible journaling workshop that we did. Guys, if you're in the vicinity of Alberton and it's possible for you to attend these workshops, we do the most fun things in our workshops. Don't you love these butterflies just popping out of the Bible? And this is in relation to Psalms that says we got to sing and dance before the Lord. So our dances, okay, anyways, it's not the theme of this conversation. Let me not get sidetracked. I've so often said, I just need to want to show someone something, and then I can't find it. Here we go. Right. It's not the farm themed papers that I've just shown you, but they are in the same range. You can see they're the same size. Okay. So these are all in a Bible study series on studying the Word, meditating upon the Word of God. And so this book series of papers worked very well here. But what we've done is we've taken double-sided tape in this workshop. It's another workshop I've presented. And you just use the double-sided tape to stick this into your Bible. Create this first. Now, there are all sorts of ideas, and I'm not going to run through all the ideas on how to decorate the white sides of the papers. The white. The backs. See? That's what I've done here. Now, over here, I've used Colorix. I think it was Colorix that I used. And just plain pen to border it, some stickers, some prints, some washi tape. This side pretty much the same kind of idea. And here we've got the passages and that we're working on. It's highlighted with tape. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on. Let me not get sidetracked. But this is how I incorporate those kinds of papers in my Bible journaling. There are more examples here. Let me show you. That's still part of the same workshop, same Bible study series, same passages. And yeah, just, can I find another one real quick? Let me see. There we go. Here's another one. Completely different kind of color. Yeah, different kinds of colors that we used here. But again, the tape with which to, the clear tape. You buy this on Temu. I'll use it somewhere and just make sure that I show you how. But you can use the clear tape to mark the passages in your Bible. And the thing with this is, if you don't want it to be marked anymore, you can simply take it off. Okay? And then, again, the clear sticky notes, so that you can still read behind it. And if you need to, you can just remove this and read underneath it. This time round, the picture side was on the outside and the blank pages are on the inside, but of course they're not blank. And when I open them like this and you see this gold theme running through, it's just lovely, isn't it? So that's a summary of the passage that we're dealing with. What is it that is communicated to us? And this is what you see here. But in any case, yes, that's how I handle those. Now I'm not going to feel bad about showing you that, because that's the theme of this this video. I don't want to do it just unpacking the stuff. I want to show you how I go about using the stuff. So here's our die cut machine. This one was bought on Temu. I have other die cutting machines because when I do the workshops, we sort of spread them out, and you know, every 2 people or 3 people I have one to share. But yes, let me quickly show you how I deal with this. Here's my base plate. My base plate and the cover plate. And I should have brought the one that's magnetic, and I didn't, so now we're just going to have to deal with it. Since I don't have that one, just to try and protect this plate a little bit, I'm going to put a metal plate there. Now this one turns with the knife side, the sharp side, towards the paper. Am I going to cut more than this now? No, let me just cut the one, just to show you, because I don't want to waste your time with nonsense things to do. Now I didn't stick this down, so let's hope. Ooh, there's no resistance there. Absolutely no resistance there. That will not cut if there's no resistance there. Put this one in. Let's just make sure that's still in the right place. Yes. Is there enough resistance? Yes, now we have resistance. If there's no resistance, things won't cut. I should have just stuck that down. I'm neurotic that it's now going to move and not be where it's supposed to be. Okay. I might have too much resistance now. Might have to take something out. I don't think it's cutting. I can't hear anything. If you can't hear that sound, it's not cutting. So my sandwich isn't working. Did it cut? Can I just say, and I'm going to say it so softly, so gently, I love this machine more than my expensive machines. I shouldn't say that. This one works. It's willing. It works. Okay. Let's get off the topic. So yeah, oh yeah. I thought, my goodness. Okay. So this is what's going to happen. It's going to cut it out like that. Now, honestly, if I look at this, I could possibly even use this. Imagine if I mounted that on something. I could actually use this still. I might not. Let me not get. That's not the topic. Move it away. I can get sidetracked, guys. You have no idea. Okay, my picky tool. This one you can buy on Temu. I bought it on Temu. The others are expensive. Okay, so those little holes, you pick those out. And there's my little denim pocket, and it's so cute. Now, I am not sure you're going to be able to see the detail, the stitching detail on the camera. Can I possibly bring it closer? I don't know. I don't want to feel like I'm shoving this into your face. You can certainly see it on the white side, but it is showing on the blue. I hope you can see it. That is how the die works. Now bring those little elephants over. Now just imagine I put one of these with his trunk coming out over the pocket, or this one. I'm going to have to bend the paper now. Let's do that. Is that one, so kind of peering out of the pocket, again with the trunk sort of coming over. When it's paper, it'll work better, but yes, you get the idea. Aren't they gorgeous? This is going to look lovely. I'm going to stop the video now, but I'm going to continue with this. I'm going to do a couple of boring things like cutting more of these out of off camera, and then when I cut out, I'm going to show you how I worked with them and what I did with them. But I'm going to spare your time, save your time by not doing it all on camera. So, be back. Okay, so I'm actually still working on the previous Temu order when the next one arrived already, and I'm quite sure that says something about me, which it shouldn't be saying. But nonetheless, this is a very small order that I actually just added to the previous order from before. But in any case, so let's open this, and you'll see what we've got here. You'll have noticed I've just cleared out my name first before I started filming. So these are blending tools, and I've been watching these and thinking, I think I need to order myself these. Now I've got so many blending tools that this is actually a bit of a splurge, but I'm going to quickly show you. So the idea with these is that they can do a little bit more accurate blending. And I do not truly intend to use it for my crafting, but rather more for art. So I'm thinking in terms of my pastels and my charcoals and things like that, to use it there. But having said that, I certainly don't draw lines in the sand and say this is art and that is crafts and whatever it is. So if these tend to be used, if you see them in the craft videos in future, I will certainly not be surprised, because if I find something works, then I use it all over. So there seem to be two rounded ones, the points seem rounded, and two with triangular points, sharper points. And then when I look at the parcels here, the little refills, there also are two triangular ones, two rounder ones. They look to me to be about the same size round, same size triangular. Maybe there's a slight difference in size. I seriously doubt it. I'm sort of trying to measure them against each other. Now on the triangles there's a size difference. No, not on all of them. No, forget that. I think they're the same size, at least meant to be the same size. So in any case, that's that. Now I had thought I'd ordered these in black, because considering working in charcoals and things, I would have preferred black. I love pink, however, so probably not my first choice considering how I want to use them, but I like the color. That's not everyone's thing, I know, but I like pink, so I like that. Okay, then I have yet another nesting die. The nesting dies are so useful, and this one is rectangular with the two opposite ends being rounded and two opposite ends being square. So I think a very interesting die. Would you like to know the sizes on this? I suppose I could measure that for you. So this one is roughly just short of 9.5 centimeters in width, and 11.5 in height, and the increments are 0.5 centimeter, the smallest one being 1 centimeter by, no, I can't see in the light, 1 centimeter by about 1.6, 1.7 centimeters. So that's that one. I'm quite sure you will see this in upcoming videos. Ooh, I might even, in this project that I'm busy with, I'm just sort of thinking, let me pull it out here again. I have cut these just square, but I want to come in with my little pockets, and I think there might be enough space. Where's my elephant? Oh, I think there might be enough space. Maybe a little short. No, maybe a little short. But okay, yeah, that's a pity. But that I would have loved to have used that. I might still use it in the sentiments. Okay, let me put it aside. I'm getting sidetracked, which is not difficult for me to do because honestly, yes, the stuff is great. Okay, so the nesting dies I keep in their pockets because once you take them apart, you do want them to stay together. Now this is, let me first take that one out of the way. Oh, I haven't switched on the light. Again, I tend to forget that. And I'm resting. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is a layered stencil. Lovely, 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 lovely stencil. Where are you? There you are. Okay, no, this is not going to work. See, they are butterflies, yet again. So you will stencil that. Then you're going to come in, let me just see how it will go, like this, yes. Then you're going to come in and you're going to just put them on top of each other. You're going to do a second color with the stencil. Then you're going to come in and you are going to do, I think I'm correct here. No, I'm not. Yay? Nay. I'm not sure. Let me fit it like this. No. You just figure out how this one goes on now. Like that. Oh, like that. Once I have it right, it's actually obvious. And then another one with just the tiniest detail on top of that. So that you've got 3 colors easily stenciled together and lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I have to use this one somewhere in the video. Okay, so again, since they're one stencil, essentially in 3 parts, it stays in its pocket. Now I have here me and music. This though, substantially larger than the normal stuff you see with me and the music. I don't have, do I? Yeah, I have a page here. Hang on, I have to reach. Okay, so there's your music note. Substantially larger stencils than I normally get. This is the G note. I'm not sure I've got it the right way around because I'm looking at it sideways. This is another note. Well, they're all notes. And there you go. That's a treble clef, of course, not the G note. Okay, never mind. Those are the 4 stencils. They're a set, so we'll keep them together. Before I do that, let me show you why I buy the big ones. Because not only can you use them in all sorts of projects outside of your journaling, you know, if you use this on furniture or whatever it is, certainly great. But I also buy these large ones for the large Bible. So if I now go to this page, here's one of those large stencils that I've used in this Bible. And they might run over a little bit, but essentially they will fit well enough into these larger Bibles. And so yes, just to give you an idea, this is one that I ordered off Temu a while ago. And I know I've got another one somewhere here in Revelations. Oh, lovely, lovely one. I have to show you that one. I didn't plan on doing this, otherwise I would have prepared to have done it. Come on. Oh dear me. When you are looking for something specific, there we go. Look at this one. Isn't that gorgeous? absolutely stunning. I will show you when I do something like this, and I'll do something similar with the notes. When I do those, I'll show you how I do this. This is easily achieved, much easier than it seems. There's another one, I can't remember where I've used it. If I can do a quick flip through and I can come upon it, then fine. Otherwise, well, here's something similar, but not, yeah, not that. That's a compilation. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I think I might have to give this up. You have so many things happening in your Bible, you tend to lose track. Okay, I think I'm not going to be able to find that one. I would have loved to have found it. It's another eagle. In the same line, same vein. Oh, it was in Proverbs. I think it was in Proverbs. Where am I now? Chronicles. Psalms. Oh, still Psalms. Here we go. Proverbs. I would not know exactly where in Proverbs. Here we go. Told you. Now, there's the same sort of idea. The large stencils are beautiful in these larger Bibles. But, of course, this is way too big to fit into the smaller Bible. Way too big? Well, you know what? The smaller Bibles are going to be about this size. So you're going to lose those details over there. But the essence of this will actually still fit. Yeah, you might lose some of the tail feathers. It'll fit. Maybe I'll use one of those bigger ones in one of the smaller Bibles. The smaller Bibles is actually just the normal size Bible. But I might do it and then I can show you how that would work as well. This is what the order was about. The others were add-ons. Lovely add-ons, but add-ons. This here is what had me excited and is why I placed another order after having placed the initial order. How can I open this? Now, I'm really happy that the packaging is proper like this, because this is glass and fantastically packaged. I was so worried about doing this because sometimes some things arrive here squashed. Ooh, and even more packaging. And here we go. A craft mat with lovely measurements, and I'm simply going to keep working on this so that you can see how lovely this is. Now, it is not a magnetic one, but a lovely, lovely craft mat that you can do your work on. It has centimeters. I'm checking really quick. It has inches as well, I think. Yep. Those bold lines are your inches, and the final ones are the centimeters. I've got a visitor. I will be back with this. Okay, so there was a slight interruption, and I decided to quickly make use of the opportunity to show you what I've done here. I've cut apart, or I've cut a couple of the dies that I've received in this parcel, this last parcel, and I have just quickly assembled the idea of this card. It is not fully assembled. Nothing has been glued down or anything. And I've probably add things. I have cut little stars and things that I've just punched out. And I'll probably still add these. Just sort of scatter them. Let me find a couple of these. Just scatter a couple of these stars all over the place. A little bit random like that. just to add or contribute to the idea of happy birthday. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with this. Just a couple of random stars, and that's the idea. But this is not the finished product, but just to show you what you can do. Now, the elephant, as far as I'm concerned, this is so cute. And when you look at the back of this, you can see the detail, but the detail is not yet evident on the front, not with the paper that I chose to use. So I am going to take some ink, and I am going to ink up some areas on the elephant. I might just use 3D tape and pop out some of these elephants and maybe give it a bit of a rounded. I'm just playing around with it in my hand now. But just maybe pop out some of the elements. But I'm certainly going to take my markers and my inks, and I'm going to lift out some of the areas a little bit more, so it's a little bit more obvious that what's happening in the back here is also happening in the front here. But yes, that's where my mind is going with this. And that's the kind of thing that you can do with the dies, and that's what I wanted you to see. So it's not just me unpacking a parcel, but that you can actually see how I would use it. Now, you didn't see me use the craft mat here, but when you see the measurements, the centimeters and the inches, these are the ones that we keep working on. When you're gluing things down, everything tends to be glue, full of glue, and yeah, these glass mats you can just wipe afterwards. Now, what I didn't show you because it landed on the floor was the plastic feet that you just remove the backing paper from. You stick it under your mat, and then it's slightly raised and easier to pick up off the table. Not that I found this difficult to pick up. I can be honest with you, I might not use these. I will give this some thought. And certainly if I don't use it on the mat, I will use it somewhere else. I doubt I'm going to use it on the mat. I like the idea of the mat lying flat on the surface. But in any case, that's the Temu haul. And I hope you enjoyed it. You will see these items in future videos. This is not all I'm going to be doing with it. So I will be showing you a little bit more about this, about these in future videos. I think I need a brighter one here. It bugs me that one is, yeah, I've got two blue ones on the side. Okay, it's not glued down. Let me leave it be. I think it needs a bit more of a frame here. But I'll play around with this one a little bit more, and then you can already see the idea. It's coming together very nicely, and you can see the idea of this. But yes, I wanted to show you how I would use this. Oh, this as well. I've got another one. Let me grab it in here. There's a bit of the detail that's getting lost on this. And if I turn it over, you can see the detail on the white here. So I'm going to take some ink, and I'm just going to distress those areas on this side so that those lines become clearer, the stitch lines become a little bit more obvious than they are. Now, I think you can see them clearer in real person than in the video, but not as prominent as you would normally see it on a denim. Now, look at this line compared to this. You want it to be that prominent. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make that slightly more prominent. I also like these crease marks. Maybe I add this, maybe I don't, I'll see. But yes, that's what still needs to be done on this one. So a bit of work left. But in any case, I hope you enjoyed the video and that you enjoyed the process. I have taken still photos of some of the steps in between, and I'll be adding those to the video. Well, at this point in the video, you probably would have seen it already. Just so that if you wanted to try something similar, you wouldn't be missing any of the steps in between. Have a lovely day. I'll see you soon. Tear the edges off your 12 by 12 inch paper so that you can save those lovely denim edges for later in the project. Similarly, tear a second strip of paper off your colored cardstock as well. Measure your papers so that your dies will fit on the pieces that you want to cut out, and then cut them to size so that they are prepared for the die cutting. Once you've die cut the papers, punch some extra stars out of the leftover pieces that are left so that you don't have to use new papers or larger pieces of paper. Um, just maximize the use of your pretty papers. Cut mounting board to size. In this case, I have used some craft paper cardboard. Choose a cardboard to use as the card base for your card. Cut it to size and then fold it in half so that you can have a portrait fold card. So here you have a close-up of the card that I've been creating during this videos or during this series of videos, and you can see that everything is now glued down and in place. I've inked the spots that I wanted to ink, and this is pretty much what the finished product would look like. But I've made 6 of these cards, and let me show you how I handled the others. None of them looks exactly the same. So in the rest of the cards, I stuck to the same papers that I've used, the same color schemes and everything. So it's largely the same idea. Elements ended up in different places. Used more dies to cut some more words, happy birthdays and things, laid this out differently. But in essence, the cards are the same with slight differences from one card to another. That's it for this video series. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to see you soon with more videos showing you how I use the rest of the items in the haul, and then also sharing my thoughts and ideas on creating arts and crafts. Have fun, guys. See you later.